You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Young and the Restless fans, we have got some late-breaking spoilers for next week, Christmas week, with an upset Phyllis grilling Michael Baldwin and Claire stunned as she bussed Nikki and Victor, plus lots more holiday action. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and let's dig into these spoilers for next week. And if you haven't subscribed, please click that button, and remember to check back tomorrow for the full roster of weekly Y&R spoilers for December 23rd through the 27th. So let's first talk about Claire busting her grandparents. She is enjoying her first week of work with Nikki at Chancellor. This is a departure from when Claire worked with Nikki as part of her setup to kidnap and drug her grandmother, and then poison the rest of the family. This time last year, if you don't remember, Claire had been kidnapped by her crazy Aunt Jordan and stashed in a cabin. And then Jordan lured Nikki there by telling her she'd taken Claire. In the end, Jordan was going to hurt Nikki, but Claire got the gun and saved her grandma and held her great aunt at gunpoint till the cops came, followed by Victor and Nick. That was December 26th last year. What a difference a year makes, right? Nikki's got a new house, Claire's got a new life, and Jordan has got a new boyfriend. If you have not seen Friday's episode yet, Ian and Jordan made clear they're not just partners in crime, but also romantic partners because they shared a passionate kiss. So back to Claire. She and her dad, Cole Howard, show up at the new ranch house with a pile of presents, and Claire calls out that they're here. And then she gets a shocking eyeful of her grandparents, Victor and Nikki, making out. And Claire teases them that they must really be feeling the holiday spirit since they're not even under the mistletoe. And that makes Nikki laugh. She definitely got busted by Claire. And I wonder if Jordan is going to lash out at Christmas again this year against Claire, or if she's going to wait till after the holiday. Next, we have a spoiler that represents nothing short of a Christmas miracle for the Abbotts. After a very, very rough year, Diane is back in the family fold, but there was a lot of friction about it. Ashley in particular was pleased that her big brother Jack broke up with Diane, whom Ashley's never trusted, and Traci was mad at Diane for conspiring with Victor. And then when Jack revealed it was all fakery to trick Victor and save Kyle from the mustache's clutches, Jack's sisters were still on the fence. Ashley threatened to throw Diane out when she showed up for Thanksgiving at the mansion. Plus, Traci told Jack this week that his deception about Diane really hit her hard. But now it seems Christmas is the time for it all to be bygones. Kyle is back home. He's back at Jabot. Diane is back home and at the helm of Jabot Classic. The only Abbott missing is Billy, who has just disowned them all like a big old Grinch. So Diane is out with her two sisters-in-law at Society, and the ladies are toasting. Diane said, "Here's to overcoming challenges with courage and determination in true Abbott fashion." And Ashley is happy to say cheers to that because she has overcome huge challenges of her own this year with her DID diagnosis and that trauma in Paris from Alan Laurent's insane brother. So yeah, she's happy. All right. Before we talk about the Phyllis drama, a quick look at spoilers about Sharon Newman's Christmas plans. She's feeling so much lighter after her two hypnosis sessions with Alan. The first session confirmed that Sharon did not run Phyllis off the road. It was somebody in a truck, and as we all know, it was Jordan. And the most recent hypno sesh was again with Dr. Alan Laurent, and it revealed that there was another person in the room the night Heather was killed. Nick is absolutely thrilled because he never believed that Sharon killed Heather. And, Nick's been Sharon's rock throughout this ordeal, and he's there for her at Christmas. So look for Nick, Sharon, Mariah, Tessa, and Faith to all gather at Sharon's house for Christmas. These five will be singing Christmas carols and celebrating the holidays as a family. And everybody is quite optimistic about Sharon's recovered memories. So I hope they really, really enjoy their holidays because New Year's Eve might be more chaotic with Ian pressuring Jordan to go ahead and just kill Sharon. All right, here's the very best spoiler we've got for next week so far. If you have not seen Friday's episode, we have Phyllis spending time with Summer, Daniel, and Lucy at the Romalotti apartment, decorating the Christmas tree and reminiscing about Heather. Lucy's very sad to be doing Christmas, but Daniel reassures her that her mom would want them happy. So Lucy hands out the last 4 ornaments, one to each of them, and they establish a new family tradition with each hanging their ornament, dedicating it to Heather in some way. It's very sweet. Daniel, Summer, and Lucy's tributes are all very nice, very personal about loving Heather and her loving them. Phyllis, no, that was another matter. She is full of her same righteous anger and said Heather deserves justice and promises that the person who took her from them will be punished. And of course, Phyllis is certain it's Sharon, and she's already promised to make her pay if she doesn't plead guilty and serve her prison time. But now, with Sharon's memories coming back, that seems quite unlikely. Michael is over at Sharon's on Friday, and he agreed to take the info from her recovered memories to Chance at the GCPD so he can search for corroborating evidence. Sharon's hypnosis recollections aren't admissible in the case for the investigation or in court, but it could point them to some evidence they could find that could get her charges dropped and find the real killer, most importantly. Michael is also convinced that Sharon is innocent, and that sets the stage for next week when Phyllis runs into Michael and Laurent at Society. Phyllis is obviously giving attitude because Laurent snaps at her and says she and Michael won't ever stop caring about Phyllis, but she tells her there's things about the case against Sharon that Phyllis doesn't know. And I bet Michael wishes Laurent had not offered that information to an increasingly unhinged Phyllis, because that comment from Laurent makes Phyllis really snap too. She demands very dramatically, "What do you know? Tell me." I mean, really, Michael shouldn't tell Phyllis anything because it's an ongoing investigation, and Laurent shouldn't have mentioned it either. It's covered by attorney-client privilege, all that good stuff. But Michael may offer some vague info to try and calm Phyllis down. Perhaps something like, okay, there's new info that points to another person being in Daniel and Heather's apartment that night. But there's no way Phyllis is going to accept this. I expect her to fly into a rage, say that Sharon's lying and Michael and others are believing her nonsense. Phyllis will probably assume Sharon lied in this hypnotic session and concocted this memory to get herself off the hook. There's more messiness, by the way, crammed into a short week of just 4 episodes, with CBS soap operas preempted on Christmas Day, although the cable guide still shows a new episode, but they never show new Y&R episodes on Christmas, so don't expect a new one.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.